Legal insanity. Nearly 9 out of every 10 parents admit that spanking their children sometimes is appropriate. And this week, a New York court agreed, ruling a father charged with abuse used what is called a reasonable amount of force. It begs the question, should the government even have a say in this case, in a minor case like this, where somebody spanks their kid? Let's talk to psychiatrist and Fox News contributor, Dr. Keith Ablow, and Fox News legal analyst Arthur Aidala. It's the battle of the bald guys.
That's correct. It is the battle of, because we disagree on this. He's for the wussification of America.
Oh,
really?
Please.
In other words, if your child, you're with your friend, your 8-year-old curses your friend out, you know what Keith wants you to do? Take their iPad away for the day.
I love
You know
it.
what I want to do? I want to say, get over here. Turn around.
He had
let me see
steak
your
for
butt.
breakfast. He obviously had steak for breakfast.
I love the fact that Arthur Aidala, even though he does not have a breath of air in his lungs because he just ran 10 blocks to be here, he's sandbagging Dr. Ablow.
I'm not sandbagging. We've spoken about this. We're friends.
I'm letting him dissipate all of this fire and then telling the American public the truth yet again, which is only this. It's never a good idea to spank your kids.
Oh, no.
I don't care if 9 out of 10 parents say it is. I've had people in my office, one of the complaints about their upbringing frequently is, listen, I love my parents, but my dad hit me.
Nobody wants to get hit, Keith.
No, that's right,
Nobody wants
exactly.
to get hit. I
so
don't
hit my
it's
dog.
called
If
a
you're
deterrent.
hitting your child, that's
Well,
your own business,
you
not
said
the
this to me
state's
before.
business.
Hold on, Steve, you know
but
what?
psychologically, it's not a good idea.
The ultimate dog trainer, the dog whisperer, he doesn't hit his dog, but he does a correction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just enough to snap them out.
Well, why
of
don't
it.
you use that on your children?
You know what, Steve?
Arthur,
I'm sure.
What's wrong with that? Why
I'm
don't you
sure
get a
the
collar?
World War I veterans didn't hit their children, who became the World War II veterans,
Here's
the
the
greatest
thing.
generation, and they didn't hit their children, who became the Vietnam veterans.
He had steak
Give
for
me
breakfast.
a break.
Devin and Cole Ablow never hit. Good kids, seem to respect authority, good moral foundation.
Right.
Seem to. And the bottom line is it's always the end of a discussion hitting your kids. It's never the beginning of a discussion. It teaches them nothing. 9 out of 10 Americans do this. You're wrong.
Sure.
10% of you are right.
So the court ruled it's a reasonable use of force for parents to spank their kids. When I was growing up, my parents both gave me a spanking when I did something inappropriate. I remember one time one of my kids ran out into the street, and when I grabbed that child and gave him a spank on the butt, they never did that again. It was just a one-time only thing, and that's the idea.
I'm with you. So what I did was I took an M80, which is a quarter of a stick of dynamite, I lit it, and I threw it in the middle of a parade. And my father caught me.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think he should have did? Put me in the corner for a timeout? Or put me on the radiator, gave me a long lecture, then took off his belt and hit me 3 times on the butt?
I think it was totally inappropriate. If your dad were here today sitting with us, I'd say, listen, I wish you had had the words to share with Arthur.
He did share the words with me.
Seems like he turned out to be a decent fellow.
Because he hit me.
But the bottom line is he was unprepared at that moment.
I said, I'm not stealing the car.
He spanked you. He didn't hit you. He spanked you.
He used a belt.
He
used a belt on
100%.
So here now we have the prejudice.
Thank you, Dad, for hitting me with the belt.
Now we have the prejudice that we needed to know about. You were brutalized with a belt.
Brutalized. I have no arrests, no criminal convictions, no violations. Clean as a
You're not on prescription drugs.
It would only take 11 questions to get to the bottom of exactly what the scars are that remain. But we'll get to that after this.
Nonetheless, in New York,
don't use belts on your
it is a
ever.
reasonable use of force. Yeah, a belt is a bad idea.
The court is wrong to get involved, but
all right,
he's wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, the battle of the bald guys, and one of them particularly sweaty during that, and verbose.
We should vote because I'll win every time. I love being 100% the winner.
People vote. Whose side are you on? Dr. Ablow's, it's a mistake to spank, or
a little warming of the backside never hurt anybody.
all right,
That's what you tell all your dates.
All right. I was fine till then. Good job. Thank you, Arthur.